Free agency is definitely going to have a different feel to it following the postseason's end, as the courtship period that's normally reserved for July has been postponed until October, and along with the excitement comes many foreseeable changes concerning multiple players. In this video, I'm going to go over several players that won't return to their current teams upon the season's beginning this winter. And with that, here are 8 NHL players that won't return to their current teams. Longtime Capital Braden Holtby has spent his entire career between the pipes for Washington. Holtby, after perfecting his game with the Hershey Bears, gradually gained more playing time at the NHL level, while impressing the hockey world for back-to-back seasons, while taking home the Vezina and Jennings trophies. His Vezina season, and his best yet, statistically, yielded an impressive .923 save percentage and a 2.22 goals against average in 73 games played. After capturing the cup, however, Holtby as of late has struggled immensely, while putting up his worst numbers yet with Washington last season, with a .897 save percentage and a 3.11 goals against average. His decline, the emergence of up-and-coming goalie Ilya Samsonov, and his expiring contract are all the perfect recipe for the Capitals to, unfortunately, send Holtby packing. When Taylor Hall finally escaped the horrors of being a devil, pun intended, he was thrust into another franchise that struggled to be successful, in the Arizona Coyotes. Despite having Hall and signing Kessel, the Coyotes, even though they made the playoffs for the first time in 8 years, haven't been able to solve Nathan MacKinnon and his team in the Avalanche. Following the tough break this postseason, Hall was also offered, per insider Elliot Friedman, a contract that undervalued Hall's long-term services, which was reportedly under $7 million AAV. Hall will be the most attractive forward available upon free agency. After a disappointing performance in the qualifying round, SCHULTZ didn't do much to prove his case to remain a Penguin. Following mediocre numbers during last regular season, with 12 points in 46 games played, number 4 wasn't able to contribute offensively much either against Montreal, with a lone assist in 4 games. The previous 50-point scorer could unfortunately be looking for a new team to join this fall. As the Rangers fell to the Carolina Hurricanes in the play-in round after being swept, the hockey world was saddened to see the King potentially sporting a Rangers jersey for the very last time. Henrik, who had an amazing career as a blue shirt while shattering almost every possible franchise record, was forced to watch his team fall one last time in the bubble. Lundqvist, who is nearing the final season of his 7-year, $59 million contract, has unfortunately worn out his welcome in the Big Apple. With 2 young, cheaper options in net for the Rangers moving forward in Georgiev and Shesterkin, Lundqvist could very well be, for the first time in 20 years, not a Ranger for next season. Another player in a similar situation as the King is longtime Wild captain MIKKO KOIVU. As a Finnish forward after being drafted by Minnesota in 2001, has spent his lengthy career thus far all with the state of hockey. The Wild, who have several signings to make prior to next season, could prompt the 37-year-old to hang up his skates for good, who will most likely want to retire as a member of his longtime team. Pietrangelo's future before last season was uncertain, but with the signing of defenseman Justin Falk, who will be making $6.5 million next season, shed light on the captain's fate, as Petro was paid the same exact amount for his services during the 2019-2020 season. The 30-year-old, who is coming off a 52-point season, will definitely be the most sought-after defenseman available on the market upon free agency. It's no question that Tyson Barrie isn't exactly a fan favorite in Leafland. Following the questionable trade in exchange for Nazem Kadri, among other pieces, Barrie, who made $6 million in the final year of his contract, will most likely demand more than the Leafs can offer, as Toronto doesn't have much to work with cap-wise. Barrie, who registered 0 points in 5 games during the postseason, didn't give the Leafs much of a reason to keep him. Similarly to Holtby and the King, Howard, who has spent the entirety of his career with his current team, has been on the decline as of late. The 36-year-old, following a poor start with the Wings, sported the worst numbers of his NHL career, with a .882 save percentage and a 4.20 goals against average. Howard was sent down to Detroit's AHL affiliate, the Grand Rapids Griffins, in hopes that the netminder would find his game again. But with his contract expiring and his numbers on the decline, Howard most likely won't be in net for Detroit for next season.